Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing another leftover recipe with you guys. You guys have been requesting a lot of leftover recipes, so in this video, I'm going to be making use of some leftover mashed potatoes. If you want to see how I make the mashed potatoes, head on over to the video that I posted a couple of weeks ago. I'll have it linked right up here in the right-hand side of the screen, and you can check those out and you can make some mashed potatoes so you can make these potato balls at home. They're quick and simple to make, and I know you guys are going to enjoy it. So let's get into the ingredients. The ingredients that you're going to need for this quick and easy leftover recipe are, of course, your leftover mashed potatoes. And if you guys want to see how I make my mashed potatoes, you're going to check out one of my previous videos that I did for a creamy mashed potatoes. I'm going to have it linked right up here so you can see how to make that in order to make this dish. I also have some cornstarch and an egg. These two ingredients are going to help me bind my potatoes so this way they don't fall apart in that oil while we fry them. And then to make my filling, I'm going very simple. I'm just doing some ground turkey. If you wanted to replace it with some ground pork, ground beef, or ground chicken, feel free to do so. I'm also going in with some chopped onion, and I have some of my all-purpose green seasoning. I'll have the recipe linked up here as well as in the description box down below, so you could see how I make it. In here I have garlic, I have hot pepper, I have some regular cilantro, some culantro, as well as some pimento peppers. So it has everything in there. It's going to flavor the dish really well, and I didn't have to chop up a whole bunch of ingredients. And I have a little bit of tomato paste. I'm also going to need some oil to help me fry up the ingredients and to have me fry those potato balls in the end. And I'm going to need some extra cornstarch to coat the potato balls in the end so we can fry them in the oil. Once that ground meat has had a chance to cook for just a little bit, we're going to go in with all of our chopped onions. And what we're going to do is we're just going to keep stirring this up and breaking apart the meat and letting those onions fry up with the meat until everything is nice and golden brown. Once those onions and the ground meat brown for a little bit, this took about 5 minutes to achieve, we're going to go in with all of our green seasoning, as well as all of that tomato paste. And my tomato paste was being kept in the freezer, so it's a little frozen, but it's going to melt with the heat in the pan here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fry this up until everything is mixed together really well and the tomato paste melts. I'm also going in with just a few tablespoons of water, just a few drops, so this way I can create a nice little thick sauce. And I'm just going to continue cooking this. What we're going to do right now is work on the potato mixture that's going to encase the meat mixture for our potato balls. So what I want to do first is I want to crack an egg into my potatoes here. And these mashed potatoes already have salt in it. They have a little garlic powder, a little black pepper. They have some butter. So they're already flavored. And I'm also going to go in with some cornstarch. And as I said before, the cornstarch and the egg are actually going to bind my potatoes together. So this way they do not fall apart in that oil. If you wanted to, you could go in with your fingers here and mix it up together. But I'm just going to use my spatula. You want to mix it really well until all of those eggs are properly combined and the cornstarch is combined. You don't want big clumps of either or ingredient to be present in the dish. So once you get this all mixed together, you actually want to stick this back in your fridge. And you want to make sure it's not too thin and tacky. You want to make sure it has some body to it. So that's why we added the cornstarch. So I'm going to put it in the fridge. So this way it can harden up just a little more. And it'll be easier to work with when we go ahead and roll them into balls. My meat mixture has been cooking for about 8 minutes now. And I'm going to go ahead and remove it from the heat. Before you remove it from the heat though, you want to go ahead and taste it and make sure it has enough salt as per your taste. And I'm going to leave it in a bowl and let it cool before we start to stuff it into our little potato balls. Once your meat mixture has had a chance to cool down a little bit, it's time to assemble our potato balls. So what you want to do is you want to grab a portion of these potatoes. You're going to go ahead and roll it into a ball. Then what you're going to do is just pat it down a little bit. And it might stick to your hand a bit, but that's okay. You just have to work with it. And it's good to have it in the refrigerator while your meat is cooling down, so this way it's easier to work with. And once you do that, you're going to put about half a tablespoon of this mixture inside of the potato mixture. And then you're just going to close it up. And once you close it up, you're going to go ahead and roll it in your hand again. And you're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and do another one for you guys. You want to get some of your potato mixture. And you can make these potato balls as big or as small as you'd like. You're going to pat it down just a little bit in your hand. If you wanted to, you could actually dust your hand with a little bit of flour or put some oil on your hand. They're going to go on with a little bit of that meat mixture. You're going to close it up. Now you cannot mix the potato mixture too soft or else it'll just be a real mess. So once you get it nice and closed up like that, we're going to go ahead and finish all of the potato balls, and then I'm going to actually pop them in the fridge for about 20 minutes so this way they could firm up a little bit more, and then we can go on and bread them and fry them. Once you've gone ahead and finished rolling out all of your potato balls and you've put them in the fridge for about 20 minutes to firm up again, you're going to go ahead and take them out and coat them in your cornstarch. Now I'm just using plain cornstarch. I'm not seasoning it with anything, but if you want to season it with some salt and pepper, feel free to do so. I'm going to coat all of them first, and then we're going to go ahead and start frying. You want to start heating up your oil to about a medium-high heat, and then we can go ahead and fry once it comes up to temperature. Once your oil comes up to temperature and you see that it is hot enough, it's time to go ahead and start frying your potato balls. So in my oil, remember I said I have it on a medium-high heat. I'm added in about 3 of the balls. You do not want to overcrowd the pan or else the oil will cool down and then the potato balls will just suck up all of the oil. So what I'm going to do is allow it to fry on this one side for about a minute or two, let it get golden brown. I'm going to keep rotating it until all sides are golden brown, and you see that golden brown color as you're seeing right here. And it'll take about 2 to 4 minutes for this whole thing to fry, and then I'll pull them out and show you guys what it looks like. Alright guys, so here are the finished potato balls. They are fried to perfection. I fried them for about 3 minutes each. That's how long it took for them to get that nice golden brown color on each side. Now, if you guys wanted to, you could stuff it with any type of meat, as I had said in the beginning of the video. And as you guys can see, judging from the middle of that, the way that the potato ball looks, it looks amazing, guys, and they tasted even better. No dipping sauce needed. They're not dry at all. They're nice and moist on the inside, and most importantly, very delicious. So I hope you guys subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet. Leave those beautiful comments on below, and of course, give this video a nice big thumbs up.